All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member of the channel, please do click the join button if it's available to you, and YouTube will help you along the way. So as you saw by the title, we're going to be discussing LeAnne Bailey, the situation. I will give my take on it. I will respond to a few of the comments from yesterday because a few persons put some comments and I'm still wondering, how is it I've done that video and you come at me personally? So I will answer those because sometimes people have to know what time it is. Yes, we have to talk about Demari Gray's situation, and then we have to look at how the squad truly looks coming in. All right, and then we have a Trinidad personnel that made a move to PSV and Hoover, but I have not seen it as yet. I'm researching it, but I'm not seeing it on the PSV website as yet. So that's the reason why we have not talked about it as yet. All right, so we have Hush Puppy in the chat, and we have Omar Fowling. Massive respect, guys, as they come in. We are going to only do an hour, so we will finish right on the hour mark because I have to leave out. I have a lot of things doing, hence why I have not actually came to you guys yesterday with the follow-up. So sorry about that. As you know me, I'm a person of my word, but obviously I couldn't make it yesterday. So anyways, let me get straight into the conversation of LeAnne Bailey and his situation. Then we move into the Demari Gray situation. All right, so LeAnne Bailey started the season. So let me make sure it's very clear. And the reason why I've took a certain stance. In this preseason, LeAnne Bailey left from the Gold Cup, went back. We did not saw him at any point early on, and then we saw an article came out and that Unai Emery stated that he will give him an extended week off. That's what the article stated. I did a video on it, so clearly I remember it well. In that same time, they were trying to get their system running. It's going to come full circle. Hence why I took that stance. Because I had that stance from before, but hence why I knew where the coach was actually coming from. So they played a few games in the preseason. Let me pull them up right here just to give you the lineups and stuff. So in the preseason, they had a system that they were trying to play with, which is Ollie Watkins and Diaby. In the four, they would have used, it could be LeAnne Bailey, but sometimes they can use Cash as well because they have Callum Chambers, and Kanza and Paul Torres, and you have Kamara right behind them. So LeAnne Bailey could be there, but remember, they were testing it out from before. All right, so that's how it made up. So when he talks about the system that everyone is questioning, what type of tactics he's talking about, he's talking about that system that he was working on before LeAnne Bailey even came in. So that's what he wanted to perfect because he believes that he can get more out of the players at this point with a narrow system. And that's what he was trying to attempt as well. And that was the conversation I had in the first part of the video because that's what I saw the others trying to do. But naturally, because LeAnne Bailey is a winger, he naturally end up drift out wide. And Liverpool was exploiting the space between him and the central player right there. So if you go back and watch the video, you would not have come here and look at my take wrong. Because remember, for me, I don't just come and talk. I am watching things because I wanted people to come and challenge me when I'm talking. So that was the reason. And I saw him a few times sending him in back. But because the space would be empty and they would have attacked the fullback, he just gradually dropped outside. He gradually dropped outside again. So it was a consistent battle with him and the coach as well. So I was looking at all of those things before I made my video. I was the one that explained to you what happened to him straight throughout the season, last season and everything. But it looks like a lot of people, they can't face reality. They can't see the truth. I've said in the video, he was the most substituted player last year. That's a fact. This season, they played 4 games so far. The first game against Newcastle, he was the one substituted at half time. Then he was substituted again after being substituted on, and he never played the Burnley match as well. So they played 4 Premier League matches. He was substituted at halftime. He played well after a poor start in the Everton game. After missing 2 key passes, he got the assist and then picked up from there. And had a good game, had a goal and a assist in that game. And then he was benched the other game against Everton. And then he played the other game against Hibernia. And then played the second game against Hibernia. And then was benched again. So out of 4 games in the Premier League, he pretty much played 2 games out of the Premier League. 2 games. I heard a person said they were trying to arrest him and all sort of stuff. Okay, well, no problem. If you believe that, I am okay with what you believe. I'm just going off what I know for the longest time, because I watch the players them playing on the field and I look at tactics and those things, because that's what my channel is about. It's not a channel that comes and do vlogging. It's about football only. So when I do these short videos, please check my other videos. And for the others that said I was not reporting on him until it's a bad thing, that's a lie. Because LeAnne Bailey got 2 weeks man of the match performances, and I've reported on them. Even when I was in England, I reported on them. So that's a lie again. So if you don't have anything to say and you can't face reality, I think you should not come on YouTube, because YouTube is a free space. Worst if people are educating in football. All right, and I only pride myself as footballing education. Period. All right, so I don't pick up for Jamaican players. I don't even care much about Jamaican players. My job is to report on the players. Period, and that's what I'm doing. All right, yeah, man. So if you don't think I give you the right thing, other places are there, and I don't sell narratives. So yeah. Do away with that. So that is for the persons. The poet empress, that sort of person, and for football, whatever his name is, that keeps on coming here, and Robert Green. Yeah, you guys just need to do something. Big up yourself, Vinny Comgo, and we have Santini. How you doing? And we have Jason Guna in the building. All right, so I have not even asked my necessary questions. So the problem is, let me explain to you now. In the Hibernia game, the second leg, based off what I've seen and how he used LeAnne Bailey, I strongly believe that he's trying to give him an opportunity, but he's not in his actual first team choice at this point. Like, he believes that he had run his luck out, and it's because he does not have enough players that can play his system that he was playing, which is narrow, for the entire start of the season. Hence why LeAnne Bailey actually get on his field. And then once it never worked in the Newcastle game, his head was turned. So that's why he made him started in the Hibernia games, because that's a lower tier game. To be honest, yes, because it's Hibernia, and no disrespect to Hibernia, they are not on the same level as the Premier League teams. So that's why he used him there to see if he can get him to whatever level he's pleased with in his head. So clearly, based on the selection and how he does things, he has a fixed amount of players, and LeAnne Bailey is not in his starting queue. Whichever way you want to look at it, that is reality. All right? He has to play himself in that. Well, we have to look at it now in terms of Jamaica. How will that affect his performances? For me, if you're a professional footballer, you don't rely on... This is a part of the game. This is what you use to motivate yourself. If something happened bad for you, you go out there and try and fix it, period. You go out there and try and fix it. That's what I believe. I don't think it should affect his game in a Jamaica shirt so much. I think it should more of, you need to prove something. So if the coach does not want you, you have a next location to go. All right? That's what I think. Don't know about you guys. DNA, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Omar Paulin said, football metrics we say here. Yeah, man, that's what our job is. Our job is not to protect people and tell lies. You know, because it's almost 2 years I've been telling, almost 2 years they are here lying to people when I'm telling them this player cannot play narrow systems, or else they have to put him as a striker. So he has limited defensive coverage from the wing areas. He has to either do defensive coverage from the front, so pressing metrics he has to play with. And that's exactly what the coach said. The coach said he wanted a narrow system, and that's what he was trying to do. So when people saying why he took off a winger and put back on a winger, because the next one can play midfield. Left and right midfield is not the same as left and right winger. One is a forward and one is a midfielder as well. So if you have that trait, it's different because your defensive output in the midfield to the defensive line is much, much better. And that is the reason why the guy made the change. It's not to fight against anybody. If you are watching the games from before, you would have known that it's not a fresh thing. It's a thing from a while now. All right. Yes. So for me, let me know in the thoughts in the comment section. What say you on this LeAnne Bailey situation? For me, just continue playing the game, and if you can do better, you do better, and you learn from everything. Keep on pushing, and that's what I have to say on that matter. Pretty much, you understand me? Because he's a professional footballer. Professional footballers has to have the at least the thicker skin to go back out and fight the next day. So I don't think that's going to affect him, because a few persons texted me, asked me if it's going to affect him. You're a professional footballer, so you have to just do your job. You know, it's just a part of your job. I know you get a release from that situation. Obviously, maybe it's embarrassing seeing Jamaica news and stuff. Just come to Jamaica, start up the few games that you have, and you just move on. You get me? Rich Star says, the coach said he is trying to work on a system he worked on during the off season. Bailey is not a part of that system, it seems, but that's the thing that I'm saying. Rich Star, he was not in the off season as well. He came in at the back of the off season because he was already playing the Gold Cup, and then the coach gave him more time as well. So that's, now you can blame the coach and said, if you wanted him to learn the system, why you never told him, said, listen to me, we have a new system that we're working on, you need to come in now. That's where I have to blame the coach now. You get me? Because you can't say you're working on a system and one of your players them does not know the system. You understand me? That seems like you're creating a way to take him off the field. That is the only thing I can agree with. Because even once he said that, I'm saying, damn. But he was not at the off season. He was busy doing in Jamaica, and then after, he came in at the back end for the final set of matches them. So how can you say that, you know, if all of your main players them don't know the system? And I'm saying, oh, maybe he doesn't have him as one of his main players them, based on how he's using him in the main competition, which is the Premier League. You understand me? And some said it might be because he's injury prone. They're trying to take him, they're trying to gauge him in. Okay, I can understand all of those cases. But I think the one that the off-season stuck out a little bit more, because if he's not in the off-season, how can they be using something if he's one of your main player? So that's why I kind of use all of that to make myself up to say, maybe he doesn't have him on that high scale as how we Jamaicans have him on in the team's plan. What say you guys in the comment section? Because these are all factual statements, all right? As you come in, yes, smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Remember, we only have an hour, guys. So Demari Gray now, Demari Gray, because it's a lot of situations with the players them coming in. So Demari Gray pretty much called out the coach, saying that he can't work with somebody that does not respect him. That's pretty much that. And telling the fans of Everton that he appreciates them and everything. So clearly, he wants to leave. Everton in a situation that they don't have enough money and they need to sell players off to make up enough money, right? So it looks like they have a fixed amount of money on him, and maybe the Saudi clubs not reaching the amount what they do want. We have to still wait. But the latest one, 21 hours ago, they're saying that Everton turned down a $7.5 million. Let me read out the article right here for you. They say Demari Gray, Everton rejected $7.5 million bid at 6 p.m. on deadline day. Sources. Everton rejected a bid for winger Demari Gray from Saudi Pro League outfit Al Ettifaq on transfer deadline day, 1st of September. Sources have told Football Insider. So this is coming from the Football Insider. A well-placed source has revealed that the offer totaled £7.5 million and was lodged at 6:30 p.m. as the deadline approaches. All right. Everton rebuffed the approach as they felt unable to add a replacement for Gray in time. All right. And they explain that you have Steven Gerrard there, Jordan Henderson, and Fabinho. All right. So he would have been welcome, because definitely they would have had a plan for him because they know him well, because it's in the same region, all of them pretty much either played or from. All right. Yes. So with him coming out and speak like that on the coach, do you believe that it's going to burn the bridge for him in the team if he doesn't get a transfer? And how impactful that's going to be for Jamaica, because if you can't play, that simply means you're not going to be in match shape. And at this point, if you're going at the coach, which that's how they wrote it, even in the Liverpool Star. So that's how they wrote it, that he's going at the coach. So if he's going at the coach, how would you look at that? You think his time at Everton is done? And if you're a Jamaican, would you still be picking him if he doesn't have a club at all? Because we heard the coach said Ravel Morrison does not have a club, even though clearly he has not stood up to that test. He went back on his word the immediate call up. All right. So would you still be selecting him if he's not getting any game and he's not pretty much not at Everton and just waiting on the next transfer window to open? Let me know, guys. These are some tough topics, but we have to bring them up because that's the reality. We can't spin around it, guys. All right. So what say you? Let me know in the comment section. Chaz says, bless up. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Wayne Sawyer said, why Everton want to replace a replacement for Gray on time when he's not playing? That is a good one to ask as well. I think maybe he wrote that. I am looking at it a little bit deeper. Maybe he wrote that. And maybe the coach felt away and just decided that they're going to reject it. But the club need the money, so I don't think the coach can reject it. To be honest, I don't think the coach can reject it. I just believe that it's not enough money. And they did not take it and maybe want to wait and see if they're going to get more money in the end. That's just coming from my side. I don't know about you guys, all right? I don't know about you. For me, the reason why I would have still picked him, all right, because if he's not playing, for a long spell, like 3 months, for the rest of the other, because this is the standard we should have. You get me? One second, guys. Let me place this right here. If he does not have a club, because that's what I've asked. If he does not have a club and it's 2-3 months, I would have to look at the other guys them that are in form based on how I'm selecting. That's me. I know it's not going to go that way because I saw people not playing football none at all and get picked. So that means Demari Gray will always be picked for the national team because he's quality 100%. But I'm saying if he does not have a club, the standard should be you can't be picked. Not this one, you know. He's okay for this one because he was just coming off the back of a Gold Cup, and if you're training, it's good. All right, it's just a few matches and a few weeks. So it's okay for you now, but in the long run, I would not select him if I was the coach. If like 2 months, 3 months, he does not have a club, unless he can reach the peak fitness and maybe we don't respect the Concacaf enough, we would have picked him, you know? So don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying I would not pick Demari Gray because I would be a madman. I'm just saying the standard that should be going forward. If you're not playing none at all for 3-4 months, you should not be selected for the national team. You understand me? Yes, so I hope he can find a club because I truly believe that he's the best outfield player we have, like the best forward player we do have. Yes, I truly believe that, and he came and proved it. Came and prove what I've been telling people for a while, you know. Jesus said he can still go to clubs, that window still open. Tottenham sold Davinson Sanchez to Galatasaray in Turkey this morning. But Everton can't expect to get a full value when they have waited so late to get it done. All right, then. So Jason going a different route. So different route from who actually wants him. So just to sell him to a club, that's the only way he can get to a club at this point. Dre, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive, massive respect. How you doing? All right. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys, because I'm firing in the morning now. Just have a limited amount of time. We have 35 more minutes to go. So give your comments and we move on. Yes, smash the like button as you come in, share and subscribe. All right. Yes. So now we have to look at how the squad truly looks coming in. How the squad truly looks coming in. All right. How it truly looks coming in. Let me make sure to get it right here on the screen. All right. How the squad truly looks coming in. All right. Because sometimes we will just look at the names and say, oh, yeah, big and we have to win and we this and that. No, we're talking reality. How the squad truly looks to you coming in. Let me know based on you knowing what form all of them in. I'm going to just go through my list of players them right here, and then I will tell you the form of the players, and then I will come up and give the form of the players a rating, because I wanted to do this video right after everyone finished. All right, but because the bad game of LeAnne Bailey, I said I was not going to come and do the video. All right. And then I did the video the opposite day, you mean the other day, because I do have the time and I saw that Formula did the video naturally. So I'm saying, okay, I would not get any backlash if I did the video. And I get even additional information to bring it up because I can't understand some people. You get me? I just couldn't understand them. And then they still came on my video. I read all of the comments them on all of the other persons that cover the video, and it's only me people come and talk about. IT Push, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Said, which one of the players are informed? That is what I'm going with now. I'm going to give the people the facts and we go through it, all right? Because this is something that I wanted to do. And because of the poor situation of LeAnne Bailey, coach, whatever, any way you want to take it, that's why I never did the final weekly one. I left it alone and let you guys breathe because realize you don't want reality. So I left it alone. Mike says, bless up JD, bringing the real facts. We have to do the truth, you know. Real Baller said, are all the players selected already on the island? I don't know about that. I will bring a next video for you, maybe tomorrow, to confirm that. All right, so Andre Blake, how much of a farm you would say Andre Blake in? I thought that he's doing okay, aside from the bad showing against Messi, because some people still said that the goals are bad to concede. Aside from that match, so for instance, let me give you his scores. All right, he had a 5.8 here, very bad game here, which exactly what I said. Then he bounced back to a 6.7, then a 7.2, then he had a 6.2, and then a 6.8. So overall, he has a 6.86, and majority of the games that I've watched, he looked solid in it. He looks solid in it. So I would say he's okay. It's not as high level, is high standard as what we expected Andre Blake to come in, but I think a 6.86 is okay. Some games was just too bad, so people remember them well. You understand me? So that is the problem. All right, but I think he came in with 2 out of 3, the last 2 out of 3 solid performances. So I can give him a pass. I think he's one of the better players than coming in. Andre Blake. All right, yes. Wayne Swire says, JD, I think why Ravel Morris is not in the team because he don't fit the coach system, not because any club situation. I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. Jason said, Jason Ferran, because anything me saying him said opposite, you know. Say, Jason Ferran, no. JD, farm is temporary, class is permanent. Sac passe. So, all right. So, tell you what now. Everybody a class player. So, all of the good players, them, that's not in no farm, they're going to find the farm here because they're a class player. Jesus God. If I had came out and said that, you know, he would have come out and said the opposite, you know. But watch, I'm going to click this, people. Click this. I'm going to catch him the next time. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say class is permanent. So, tell you what. Farm go out the window, everyone coming to star. All right? Yeah, and I bet you said Jason Ferran will come and say the opposite. Yeah, I'm going to show you how them people like to fight with me. I'm going to prove it to you, the people. Just watch. Anyways, Andre Blake gets a pass mark from me. Let me know what say you. All right. Lansley Blake says Everton is playing with the man's career. I hope he is given the opportunity elsewhere. I hope Grimm don't try and try that stupidness playing the 4 of them up front. All right, so I'm gonna do the opposite and see. So I would say Blake is okay coming in. Connor Boyce Clark had his good games right before as well. But Connor Boyce Clark good game, big game. I don't think what I would say, I don't think for Connor Boyce Clark, big game. I don't think in the last 6 games or 7 games, Blake had a game like that. All right? His last 2 games was way better than all of Blake's game, them, to be honest. So I want to say Connor Boyce Clark coming in as the better informed player. All right? Yes, Connor Boyce Clark have a 7.6, and as you watch the Ipswich game, you expected, some people gave him even 8.99 in that game because he saves even penalties in that game. So Connor Boyce Clark is showcasing his quality. All right, so do you guys see him getting a start, or you don't expect that to happen? I'm just asking people based on the form of the player. He's on a 7.75 tier coming in. So one of the best form he could have ever been in, coming in. So if he does not get in a game, you have to just know that, as what Jason Ferran says, class is permanent. Form is temporary. All right? So that makes perfect sense. All right? Owen says, big up. How you doing, man? It's Sky College. All right, Sky College. Big up yourself. Andre passing grade for sure. He is fit and playing regular. All right. Says, do you know Jordan Cousins from Cambridge? Yes, I know Jordan Cousins. Let me know what say you. All right. Boyce Clark had great performances, but it was only 2 of them. So not going to overdo it. 2 games for keeper is not enough. All right. All right, you hear that, people? All right? You hear that? 2 games is not enough. So even Boyce Clark had a 10 out of 10. That's 2 10 out of 10 performances. So he's not getting no first team game. All right? IT Push said, I love this analysis, JD. Keep up the good work. Thank you, IT Push. But IT Push, you hear the man? It does not matter what Connor Boyce Clark do. Him could have get 50 out of a million. He's not getting any start. Especially one Jason Goon, you know. That was surprising from him, you know. Lee Young says, Boyce Clark will be rubbing the bench. Oh my God. People need to be more respectful, you know. You never know if the kids are actually watching this, you know. And if a man put in 2 world-class performances, then you come here and tell him, saying, for rub the bench. Be careful as though you talk about the kids, them. All right? Jason said, that goalkeeper position ain't a toss-up. Something drastic has to happen for Blake to get dropped. I never said Blake to get dropped. I'm just saying, if you look at it, kind of Boys Clark had 2 world-class performances. So let me know in your soul if your up is stacked. His stats after seeing him play at that level. That's what we're asking, you know. You know, Boys Clark, too good. Yeah, man, very good player, man. Alj said Boys Clark is the future. It doesn't matter if he's benched. No, because he won't be later on. Okay, Maggie inform as well. We're gonna talk about that. So Boys Clark, Blake and Jamali Wait. All in form. But if you ask me, I would give Boys Clark the slight nod. All right? Yes, so all goalkeepers in form. All right? All goalkeepers. Let me move on now. Ethan Pinnock, guys. Ethan Pinnock, guys. We're going to have to move a little bit fast because I don't have much time. All right? Yes. All right? Okay, I have enough time. Can go up to 3 o'clock. After that shocking display versus Messi by Blake, Boys Clark time now. Wow, Demari Gray says it's time for Blake to go off the field and give it to Boys Clark. All right, so Brentford, Ethan Pinnock. One of his lowest performance against Bournemouth still came off strong. You know, I wanted to chop it up, but Ethan Pinnock is still one of the highest performing centre-backs in the entire league with a 7.28 and one of the best performing Jamaican players as well. One of the highest rated performing Jamaican player as well. All right, so Ethan Pinnock, I don't have the question that I think he's the best player for Jamaica and still the best player for Jamaica. So Ethan Pinnock, I have no question about that. What say you guys? You would put him on the bench or something? Let me know. I said Ethan Pinnock, go straight in the team. No question. All right. Jason Guna said Ethan Pinnock, most informed player in the squad, period. So Ethan Pinnock passing mark. Want to see if anyone object to that. Jason Guna, Jason Ferran, let me hear what you have to say right there. All right. Yes. Ethan Pinnock, passing grade by 1 billion miles. All right. Yes. Real Baller said, I say time for a new captain. Read between the lines. Big up Boys Clark. Oh, God. Yeah, Nitro said Rupert. All right, so everyone agree with the Rupert take there. Deshaun Bernard. Got a move, right. Got a move, and obviously when he get the move, you had to wait for your turn. As you saw, he got 2 games in the championship. The first one was not the best, and then against Leeds, he puts in a 7.1 performance. So he's at a 6.75. He had other games as well. So I want to say he had a passing grade. He had a passing grade for me. But I still want to see more from him. But based on the fact that he just went to a club, you don't know the system, and you're fit in and still doing your job, I want to say that is good enough for me to give him a passing grade. Yes. So what say you guys in the comment section? Have Pinnock ever showed up for Jamaica? Though until I see him show up for Jamaica, we give him the okay. Alj, Pinnock plays the best defensive displays them for Jamaica. I've realized that people pretty much don't know what they're watching. You know? I saw Pinnock dominating games, you know. And people come and say him not do nothing, you know. Because maybe what they class as not doing anything on the football field. So that's why they come and tell me that Bailey play good on the field. And I explain to them, and then the coach did his post-match and explain the same damn thing what I've said. So it tells you that it's just how people evaluate football as well. RJ, Pinnock is not normal, brother. Pinnock is not normal. All right? Yeah, man. All right. So Deshaun Bernard makes the squad, and he's doing his thing as well. Nigel said Pinnock was very good against Mexico at the Azteca. Bernard is a good squad player. I think he might be a starter very soon, based on what I'm seeing. All right, so Bernard makes it back in the team. Joel Latibodier comes in. Yeah, but Latibodier started off well. I think he's one of the next players them that you have to say he's having an okay season. Maybe not the best, but it's going to take him a little while to fit in full in the system. But I think it's the best possible start he could have had as well. He has a 6.90 after 5 games played. So I think that he's perfectly poised for him to kick on another incredible season. If he can stop this, if he can top this as a 7.5 entire season, that would be an incredible season for him and something that can push him straight in the Premier League after this. Because he believes that he's that quality of a player, you know. So, I think what he came into the Coventry team and did, it's a perfect start for him. So, in form again, 6.90. Pinnock is the most consistent Reggae Boy player, agreed. As well, Greenwood in training, look fresh. Yeah, man, Greenwood will star up the thing. All right, so Latibodier in. All right, Javian Brown out, so we don't have to talk about him. Right there, they listed him on it. For reasons I don't know, but he's not in the squad. Damian Lowe. Let me put up Damian Lowe right here. Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe. I think he pushed on and did much better. At first, you remember he started off just playing the club games. The cup games, and then he moved over in the system of 3 at the back. All right, he has a 6.91 at this point, yeah, and he's still getting goals as well. So you have to give him some credit. Yeah, I thought he played himself in the team. Yes, so Damian Lowe, he's in okay form for me. Yes, Damian Lowe has to start. I am not sure if he has to start, but I would agree that he's in okay form just the same. All right. Latibodier would do well in the Dutch league. I agree as well. I agree. So Damian Lowe, okay as well. So all of the defender them so far, the centre backs them coming in okay form. Adrian Mariappa, people, what say you? Mariappa, guys. I want to say Mariappa turned around his thing very fast, you know. In his last of the games was the actual best games for Mariappa. People. Was the actual best games for Mariappa. So I think Mariappa kind of solid. I put it out there to say that yes, me deserve to get the call up because I'm putting in the performances as well. So Mariappa, a good form. I'm coming in. I could still say it based on what I saw from Tilt as well. Tilt could have gotten the nod over him as well, because Tilt would be slightly the better defender there at the club. And they're in the same club, so you can watch the metrics between the two. And I would want to say yes. You know, Mariappa has gotten better as the season go. And has moved into starting role, but still surprised at his inclusion. Yes, because I said I thought that Tilt was slightly better, you know, based on what I'm seeing. But no problem, Mariappa. At least he's picking players that are playing and they're doing something. Amari Bell, people. Amari Bell thought that he had a tough time coming in. In the Premier League, it's a start in the Premier League. You never expected it to be easy. It's going to be tough. He played some tough teams coming straight in the Premier League. As you saw, he played Brighton. They got mauled Brighton 4-1. Then they played Chelsea. They lost that one 3-0. And he was solid in that game, fought very hard in that game. Yes, and then they played West Ham. They lost 2-1 right there. And he played excellent against Gillingham. So it shows you that they need that home stadium. They need that home stadium, you know? They need that home stadium to push themselves, and maybe they can set themselves and do better. But I think he's... you know what? I think he's one of our better players, you know. He's actually one of our better players them coming in, 6.50, but he's one of our better players them because if you look at the challenges that he has actually faced, and it's big challenges. You get me? It's big challenges he's coming up against. And he has stood up and he was okay. He's getting similar ratings and I've watched the games. I thought that he was solid, even better than some of these ratings that he's getting. In the Brighton game, he was better than a 6.3. But obviously, you lose 4-1, you're not going to get high. You know, but he was better than that. And even the Chelsea game, he lost 3-0 and he get a 6.9. He created in that game. And he created in the Gillingham game. So the creation gives him way more higher marks. All right, so Bell deserves to be in it. All right, yeah, I would give Bell his passing grade as well. Let me move a little bit faster. Taxi Lawrence not in it, and I think that is fair. Tayvan Gray. Let me pull him up because people ask about him. Tayvan Gray, people, we don't have much time, you know. Remember, we said we're going a limited amount of time. Should be 2:30, but I'm going to push it up a little bit so I can leave out and reach my destination earlier. All right? Yes. So please do get the lights up. Get it to at least 150 on the board. We have 100 people here. So even if you're not staying, you get the likes up and you do your thing. You know, we're not bothering you, we're not bodying you up or anything. Just say hit the like button if you're new to the channel, subscribe, because the one thing you know, we give you a realness. See, we're not even at 40 50 likes as yet, so get with the 150 because that is the target before the 1 hour ad. All right, we're supposed to be close to 1 hour now. All right, so Tayvan Gray coming in, he has a 6.80. I have not watched the player, so I'm just giving you on stats. All the other players I've watched. Never expected his inclusion, so I never had anything to say about him. Doing Thomas, massive respect. Thanks for being here. All right, yes. So he had a 6.80, so that means he would have been one of the more informed players. He started 18 out of the 22 games in the actual MLS. So if you're going to use the comparison to him and Brown, you can match him with Iman Brown because he's in the MLS. He's starting majority of his games. Yes. So, and he has a good rating, at least. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to assess the player a lot more before I do my judgment. But based on what I'm seeing, we have to take it as a passing grade. For now, I'm going to check the player. Then I'm going to come back with my honest assessment on him. All right? Yes. So, yeah, let me know if you have checked the player. No, Jason said he checked the player, so he can decide who he is and what he's about. All right, but I have not checked him as yet. Never got the time, so that's why. All right, so hope you understand what's popping. All right. All right, don't know Tayvan Gray. Looking forward to seeing. Yes, man, but I'm gonna see him before as well. All right, Gray has been solid this season in the league. One of his team most consistent performers, and I think our fans will like what he brings to the team. I would love that. I would love that. So far, Gray has a good passing grade. I'm gonna watch him, then I can come back with him. Dexter Lembekisa. I think Dexter Lembekisa will keep the starting spot over Tayvan as well. Tayvan or whatever his name is. Dexter, so far, 5 games, he started 4. He has a 6.76, and the last game he has a 7.6 in it. So, which is, he scored a rocket launcher volley right there. I posted it on my Twitter. Yes. The reason why I respect this guy so good, so much I should say, is the age of the player and the moves that he's making is incredible, because he could have stayed in Wolves, because young players, obviously maybe the players in England not really frightened about the Premier League. They know what they're doing, they bet on themselves, they know their qualities, they are playing professional football and are high-level training for the longest time. So he decides in himself to say that, yeah man, I'm gonna step down. Him and Tyler Tyler Roberts as well, and Roberts is doing well. I'm surprised that the coach ain't looking at Roberts because Roberts is actually doing well. So that's a next one doing very well, and he's a winger that offers blistering pace, and he's learning as it goes. But anyways, the reason why I'm giving this guy so much credit, in 1 year, he took up so much different challenges, and every single one of them he passed. Passed the main team, the national team, in 2 of their biggest games against 2 of their best quote unquote big name players. Them he stood up against them in the Premier League when Wolves gave him an opportunity. He makes his name in that game because when they finished it, we could have typed up his name and saw an article talking about this kid. All right, and when they talked about one of the special talents, they have him on the list to say that he's going to save Wolves a load of money. A load of money because they have already found a gem in their actual academy. So for the fact that he stepped down to the championship and he's a starter and he's not looking out of place, he's actually one of the highest performing players on the actual team. That tells you the level of the player. And I actually think he's not just the best Jamaican young talent under 21. He's one of Jamaica's best player. He's one of Jamaica's best actual player. Yeah, people. I'm watching football here. No sentiments. He's actually one of Jamaica's best damn player. Just watch. Just watch. Remember, I've been telling you all long enough, for years, I'm here, Dexter passing grade, he has forced his way into the starting 11. Pagan, big up yourself, massive respect. Lanzi said, anything you say can and will be used against you. D. Gray. All right. Morgan. Okay. Name Smith. How you doing? I said he's Dean. Dean, click me right here. Yes. I said he is one of Jamaica's best player now, today. And he's 19 years old. He's actually one of Jamaica's best player. Just watch. So he makes the team based on his actual ability. All right? Yeah, man. Yes, he is Dean Fraser. And I'm curious you want to war with me. All right? Kevin Lambert, guys. Kevin Lambert. All right, time running here, man. Damn. I might have to do half of this. Then, because time running. Kevin Lambert, people. All right? Kevin Lambert made a move to Real Salt Lake. All right? Real Salt Lake. He made 1 appearance so far, only 18 minutes. So it's going to take him a little time for him to blood in the team. Yeah. So Kevin Lambert, I thought that he, based on the back of what he did in the Gold Cup. Yeah, man, click me, man, because I have not gotten my credit that I truly deserve on the way I've analyzed these football. Good and bad, because majority of times I'm telling you things about your players, your favorite players, it happens. But true. let me move on. All right, Lambert doing the simple things well. Yes, I think Lambert deserved to be in it, and based on the performances in the Gold Cup, yeah, we have to give him that. And he jumped to a MLS team. He get an opportunity to play some minutes very early, so it shows that the ambition that the club has and the faith that the club has in him at this point is good enough. Maybe others would say that you can choose others over him. John Russell having an okay season so far. Bobby Reid. I think Bobby Reid, people not talking about Bobby Reid, He was playing against City, Bobby Reid was one of the best players on the field, Obviously, he should have done well, and he missed a big chance the other day. So people will be bashing him. Bobby Reid have one of the highest ratings as one of the wide players. He has a 6.78 coming in. All right. Yes, and he does not drop under 6.5. And he played Manchester City, Arsenal so far, and Everton and Brentford. And he played. He came on against Tottenham. Yeah, man, he missed the big City against Tottenham. He started against Tottenham. So one of his lowest grade was against Tottenham. So Bobby Reid was solid. I think Bobby Reid is a solid player and one of the best performing player coming in, to be honest. And he played all 4 games in the Premier League, started 3. All right, so he played all of them, and he did his minutes as well. He did his minutes, so he has a 69 minutes per game. All right, so that's a lot of minutes. All right, yes, because I know people will come and say, but LeAnne Bailey have a higher metric than him. Yes, but LeAnne Bailey play way less more minutes than him and way less more games. He played all the games. So he has a passing grade right there, people. And I have a passing grade for LeAnne Bailey as well. It's LeAnne Bailey coming right up. LeAnne Bailey coming right up. LeAnne Bailey, 4 games he played so far. 5 games he played so far. 3 games in the Premier League. And he has a minutes per game of 51. He made 1 team of the week, which is the performance against Everton. All right, so that in itself gives him the nod. But you see what I'm saying, guys? He only played 51 minutes on average. 51 minutes on average. And he only played 3 games, all right? And then the 2 games you have in the Conference League playoff, all right? Yes. So far, I think LeAnne Bailey is doing well. He's doing well for himself. He has a 7.13 on average. Yes, 7.13 on average. But obviously, he has not played enough minutes as Bobby Reid as well. So both of them get passing grade for me. Newcastle. Okay, you're talking Newcastle. Bobby passing grade for sure. Captain is a club, which shows the type of professional he is and his value at his club. But he plays good as well, Jason. Play good as well. All right, so we have Kaim Paris off it. Mikel Antonio. I think Mikel Antonio is our best performing forward. I actually think is Mikel Antonio our best performing forward. Yes, Mikel Antonio has a 7.03 after playing all 4 games. Started all 4 games and he has 78 minutes per game. 2 goals, and obviously they took away one of his assists. His assists they took away from him because of something they touched or something like that. Yes, but 78 minutes, and he is so much of a problem and how this team works. If it was not down to Mikel Antonio, they would not be where they are, period. All the forward players, the packeters, and all of them coming in the ward press, they need him to play because that's the quality that Mikel Antonio brings to football. And then he offers goal as well. Not as much as maybe a lone striker, but his strengths that he has, you don't have people in the world can match it. So he has world-class skill set because his hold-up play and his physicality is world-class. The only player I can match with him that has the same physicality, I would say, is Erling Haaland. And he said it, he's stronger than Erling Haaland. And I think after run, I think Erling Haaland might be stronger than him. But I see both of them run into defenders and bully them off. So if he said he's stronger than Erling Haaland, tell you what, he's stronger than Erling Haaland, you know. That's what I would say. Don't know what you guys want to say about that, but he said so. So I want to take his word for him. I want to take his word. All right, he's stronger than him. All right. Yeah, that's what I said. He brushes off. He brushes off defenders just like Erling Haaland. So. And they do the same thing. And you know what I want to say? I saw him do it to Diaz. Diaz in Manchester City. Erling Haaland don't have that ability to do it. I saw him do it to Van Dijk and Matip as well. I saw Erling Haaland pushed off Van Dijk as well. But I think we have seen enough bully from Mikel Antonio to say that he has the strongest hold-up play in the Premier League. We have to say it, you know? Yes, I think I'm going to give Mikel Antonio the edge over Erling Haaland in this one. You know? Yes, and his work rate is top class. He definitely has the work rate over Erling Haaland as well. So that tells you that he's a very good player. So the best forward player coming in form. So hopefully the coach can find the right way to play these guys. All right? Because he's effective. He brings the play up the pitch. All right? And he scores goals. So figure out the way to use him and let everyone work off him, and then I can tell you Jamaica can be successful. Yes. Yeah, man, we have to be honest. Alger, you're forward with what Alger said now? I missed Alger. So you think Antonio is better than Danny Ings? JD? Danny Ings is not the same type of player as Antonio. Danny Ings is a poacher. So Danny Ings stay around the box. He had in his earlier days, he had good turn of pace. To pick up and score, but Danny Ings and Mikel Antonio is two different type of striker. Now in today's game, Mikel Antonio is a way more valuable striker than Danny Ings because everyone is playing. Look, for instance, look, let me show you why he's a way more valuable striker. Because both players will play for low tier teams to mid tier teams. Mikel Antonio can play for even, and Mikel Antonio can play for the highest level teams. Like he can play for City and he can play for Manchester United and Chelsea at this point. They were trying to buy him as well. Chelsea was trying to buy him, and Chelsea would have needed Mikel Antonio now to score 1,000 goals because they were creating the chances. So they just want someone to run off. Jackson does not give them that solidity as yet. So if Mikel Antonio went to Chelsea, he would have been on 5-6 goals and 3-4 assists as well. So Ings cannot do that and he could never do that in his lifetime. Mikel Antonio is a way more versatile player as well. He's a way more better passer because of his range passing, his link-up playing. So I would say the only thing I would give Danny Ings is finishing ability. He's good at finishing, and I can't even give him that as well because the amount of games that Mikel Antonio plays as a striker is actually a better record than Danny Ings as well. So even it's the finishing department we're giving Danny Ings, which I think he's a better finisher. Mikel Antonio have a better strike rate as a striker than him. So I don't know what to say. So I don't think they are the same type of striker. And Danny Ings strikers are okay, but Mikel Antonio is better than Danny Ings. So he's better than him. Yeah, Mikel Antonio is better than Danny Ings. When you put all of the metrics together, and everything that I'm saying makes sense. So he's better than him, and more team would have wanted Danny Ings than Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio than Danny Ings right now, because all those teams in the lower tier would have wanted him, and all of those teams in the bigger tier would have wanted him as well. Because bigger tier teams dominate and want someone to push back the defenders them to continue to dominate. Lower tier teams want to pick the ball, hold it up, and then their midfield third can join the attack. So Mikel Antonio can do that in a million years. So he's good for good big teams and small teams. Danny Ings is just a poacher. That's it. He doesn't have that skill set to drag his team up the field as Mikel Antonio. It's not the same level. Antonio is better than Alan too. No. I'm just saying for Danny Ings, he's better than Danny Ings. No, Alan is, you're mad, Dima, what you talking about? Alan better than Antonio, man. What you talking about, man, Dima? Alright, so anyways, let me move on because I'm taking up too much time. Let me check the likes so the people will go on. Let me see if we reach 200 likes in the building. People, give me a take as well. You're asking me questions. Guys, we're at 68, so we have not even reached 100 as yet. I'm done with you, people. I'm done with you. Alright? Yeah, man, Dima talking his talk. Antonio has his skill set. Mikel, Hurling Haaland has his skill set. People do better than that. 150 on the board. 150 likes on the board. All right. We have what? 28 more minutes. I gave you 28 more minutes extra. So let me stop a little time and let you find the like button. And let you find the subscription button as well. Because I have to come back and do some hard labor. Governor, how you doing, man? Massive respect, all right? Yeah, man. All right, so let me go through the rest of the players, them. Stammer Nichols is not playing, so you don't have to rate him. Dujan Richards not playing, you don't have to rate him. Corey Burke plays a little bit. So Corey Burke, let's see if he's fully fit. Yes, so the rest of the forward, you don't have to rate them none at all. You can just leave them alone right there. Daniel Johnson, you can rate Daniel Johnson. Massive respect, RJ, for the super chat. All right, massive respect. Giving a clap on. Yeah, man, massive respect for the super chat. There, big boss. All right, but as what I said, RJ put him super chat. Some man need to put them likes. All right, because we ain't wanting the super chat. We wanting the likes on the damn video, all right? 77, we need more people. 150, that is not acceptable. 150, we have 150 people here. Once you click the like button, it's done, all right? Isn't Burke out of the squad for Phillips? No, they said they are going to check. And if you don't see Burke, Phillips will take his spot because Phillips is the unrushing player, the selectee after anyone injuries. All right. And Corey Burke is not 100% fit or carrying a niggle, something like that, the coach said. So I have not confirmed anything. I don't work with the coach. Jason. Hear me, Demo. I'm a Manu fan. Alan is the best in the world. Yes, Alan is the best striker in the world. But it only shows you what level of player we have in Mikel Antonio, what he can do. All right? Remember, Mikel have one of the most dominant display in the Gold Cup, without actually scoring, And when the game finishes, I hear people saying, oh, you're some man to score a goal. And I'm saying, without that man holding up that play, Jamaica could never come out of the midfield third because they gave the man 30 long claim to fight for. 30 long claims to fight for. And the man have a 65% win ratio out of that 30 long claims. It's not very few strikers in the world can do that, people. All right? Yes. So you have to look at how the team plays and start blaming some of the individual players. Alan is not a prodigy. What? Phillips play a game since Austria? I don't know. All right, Burke still there, US, it look like. All right, so if he's not fully fit, Phillips will come in. Phillips offered some good energy, so I'm not going to bash him right here. All right, yeah, man. People, get up the likes, get up the likes, get up the likes. Mason not looking bad. And Mason the top baller, man. In this region, Mason would have just dog out the region, So I have no other belief to think that once he comes in, he's not going to dominate. He's going to come in and dominate and showcase that when you're a high quality player, you come anywhere and do your thing. All right? Yes, so let me just recap the thing so people knew what I talk about. I talked about LeAnne Bailey's situation at the club. Talked about the amount of game time he got in the Premier League. If that is a sign of worry there, and what the statement the coach said that he's trying to sort out his actual system that he was working on in pre-season. But remember, out of that same pre-season, Bailey missed half of the pre-season. And he started to play games before Bailey came in. He told Bailey to take weeks off. Take a week off or something like that. So that's why I thought that question was legitimately ready to ask. So yes, we talked about Demari Gray situation because he is at Everton, same way, and he was sending strong messages to the coach, and they turned down a final bid for him, and then that's when we reached to this squad so far. All right, let me see. Johnson is okay, but we need better cam. Okay, let me miss my baller. Nobody even told me that I did not talk about Casey Palmer. Casey Palmer, no, Casey Palmer. All right, Casey Palmer in the building. So Casey Palmer, we never even get to talk about Casey Palmer. Casey Palmer right after. Jason, I just mentioned it and you wrote it the same time. I mentioned it before you wrote it, all right? I would not let this game before Casey Palmer. You mad? All right, so Governor said, what happened to the midfielders named Stuart? Kevin Stewart? Is that Dr. Glass? If it's Dr. Glass, I don't see him, I need to check up on him. Yes, I need to check up on him. Yes. I think he's injured and he has more businesses and stuff outside football. So maybe he's busy doing that. What Sterling did is not easy to do, Jamaicans. All right. Ings is a joker striker. No, Ings is a good striker as well. But Mikel Antonio ain't a bad striker. Mikel Antonio has been the best forward player for Jamaica. No, for what that Jamaica has for the last 3 years in the Premier League. So it's not easy to tap him because he has been consistent, Bailey getting sold January, bro. That's what Patrick says. Me no know what England coach see in a him, you know. Okay, all right. That's for Danny Ings. All right. JD moving like JFF. I never forgot the thing. I was just trying to rush out the door, but I said I'm going to take my time because I saw that the people them don't jump up the likes at that speed. But you know what? If we don't get 200 likes on this video, man's not returning tomorrow. So if you don't want to get the morning crack tomorrow, you know it's gonna go. All right. Don't know Casey Palmer, but let me. I don't know. Oh, you're watching. You're not watching. You're watching the championship and don't know Casey Palmer. Dr. Glass, stop this Liverpool man. All right, sorry. Man, I talk about Kevin Stewart. Kira Anderson is the man. All right. Lights, Stewart, how you doing? Say JD, who would Macy Greenwood replace in the starting lineup? Macy Greenwood can replace anyone, but Macy Greenwood is a traditional wing forward, you know. So Macy Greenwood would have played on the right hand side. So I think he would have replaced LeAnne Bailey or Bobby Reid. He would have replaced LeAnne Bailey or Bobby Reid. So I think him and LeAnne Bailey would have shared game. No, I think he would have replaced LeAnne Bailey. Yeah. Yeah. And Bobby Reid. I'm not going to switch it. LeAnne Bailey or Bobby Reid he would have replaced. And then Bobby Reid would have found a different place on the field to play because he can play so much other places. But if he comes, he's the best player. He's the best player. So Stuart, what say you? Who you think he would have replaced? Because we just have Demari Gray, that is the best player for Jamaica. So we can't, unless he does, if he doesn't find a place, if he doesn't find a club, then we can say that LeAnne Bailey will be playing and Demari Gray will get the drop. All right? And Mr. Gray can replace all the coach. Oh my God. Yeah, man, he's better than everybody, man. We have to be honest to ourselves. He's better than everybody. All right? Yeah, man. Governor said, I think he played in the last World Cup qualifier. Come on, in the Panama game one time. Casey Palmer came. No, man, Casey Palmer never came back after the Japan tour. I thought that Casey Palmer came for the first tour and never came back. They never called him back. I don't remember Casey Palmer playing one of the actual games in the qualifiers. Oh, Stuart, you're talking. Okay. Yeah, Stuart came on and gave away the penalty. Yeah, that was different. But Casey Palmer never came back after the Japan tour. Yeah, he never came back. Yeah, man, but Greenwood can replace anybody, people. I'm very sorry. Greenwood would have been definitely the biggest baller, but obviously realize that Mikel Antonio, you can't replace him because nobody in the team is as good as him in his position. So he has to stay there, and he's going to make Macy Greenwood better. You get me? LeAnne Bailey has to play over the left-hand side if he's playing more in the Premier League, and Demari Gray can't find a club. Yeah, I think he's injured. He's injured. He never even... Yeah, no, that's what I said, from the tour of Japan, which I never wanted to go into what the metrics, like whatever took place, but he never came back to Jamaica. You get me? No, Apache, no, they're asking. Someone asked if Macy Greenwood comes, who is going to replace? And I'm saying everybody. I don't think nobody. Maybe if they want to replace him with Mikel Antonio, you know, I don't know. Tricock says JD Cephas played well, should have scored, but missed the mark couple times, but he didn't track back. And his marker was the one who scored. All right, it looks like we have a problem with that side. Burke should come out in entirety. Oh my God! Wow. Big up yourself, Tennessee. Massive respect. Let me see if we had 150 likes now. People, thumb up the likes button. 150. We only have what? We have 18 minutes to go. All right, 150. We need 52 more likes from anywhere. So find it. Palmer played versus USA in Austria. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jason. I know when he played, but I'm saying that that's the last time. The Japan tour was after the USA tour, right, Jason? The Japan tour was the first time when we are going to actually get the Eton Pinox them. That's when the name them start to call. The USA tour was that one. And then after, we go to the Japan one. The Japan one was when we needed to play the big Japan team, and then we couldn't play them because we messed up the COVID protocol. That was the situation, and they said they never knew what the rules were, which the rules was actually there. You understand me? So it's a long time JFF mess up, you know. It's a long time JFF messing up, you know, people. A long time. All right? And then Maggie comes, and they said Maggie had to sleep in airport. So Maggie Luya was sleeping in the airport and stuff. People asking me to go to the Netherlands to find him and stuff. Yeah, it's a long time JFF messing up, people. A long time. Then that's a couple of years now. That's a couple of years now. That's a couple of years now. That's how long they're messing up. Massive respect, Tennessee, for the super chat. Big up yourself, man. Lights Stuart said, I agree with you on this one. Can't wait for him to come. Yeah, man. One in the team to hear how Craig Butler is going to try and convince us that Bailey better. I don't think he's going to convince us. He will talk, but everyone on the platforms have sense, so he can keep on talking. Nobody ain't paying him any mind. People said Bailey was better than Diaby. Diaby started the Premier League. Who on planet Earth actually thinks that Bailey is better than Diaby? Brother, sometimes we have to face reality. They paid so much money for the players for a reason. They paid double time for Diaby for a reason. And Diaby comes in, they play him at attacking midfielder, striker, right back, left back, in at the goal, over the top of the goal, everywhere. And this man turning up. So Marlon told me that he thinks that they are on the same level. No, Diaby better than Bailey by a good stretch, brother. Diaby is a very good player, and I can tell you, maybe Diaby does not even spend the rest of the season at Aston Villa. If he continues like how he's playing, he might not even spend the rest of the season at Aston Villa, because I could easily well see him going to Manchester United or Liverpool. I think Liverpool, if Salah gets sold, Diaby would be the replacement for Salah. That's how he's performing, and he never needed any time. He needed no time. So Stuart, I'm done listening to these people, brother. I'm done. The amount of lies they told me, and I'm seeing reality. Diaby is a real quality player. Quality player, people. You get me? Not normal. We can't excuse, we can't say anything. Now the man come here, the man just turn up the style instant. Every system, the coach put him in it, and the coach make the system around him. So if one was better, why would he be making the system around Diaby rather than LeAnne Bailey? It's not true. The man is actually a very good player. I've watched him, and everything Marlon tell me about him, the man improve on it. So the player is a very good player. All right? Pagan, massive respect for the super chat. Big up, big up, big up. So the truth is, people, Stuart, them foolishness, they only can tell people now watch football. I don't even listen to what that man says. All right? Jason said, I remember arguing with Craig Butler when they were both at Leverkusen, and I told him then if Bailey didn't get his fitness in order, Diaby would pass him in football in a few years' time. But remember, you know, the academy that he's coming out of was a big academy. I thought that if PSG held on to him, PSG would have done better rather than running for the big stars them. So he was already one of the favorite style of player. All right? I can easily see Diaby tearing up going to Liverpool. If Liverpool need to take the money for Salah and go and buy Diaby. Just take the money for Salah and put Diaby on Liverpool team. And believe me, they are going to get back every dollar. That kid is not normal. His footballing IQ is not normal. True, if Diaby continues playing the way he is now, he will be playing in a top 5 Premier League team in a year or two. Yes, man. I would take Diaby at Arsenal tomorrow. I said Liverpool. Why Arsenal? How much more players Arsenal want? How much more players Arsenal want? Let me not talk, because people will say I'm bad mind in Arsenal. So let me leave it alone. Liverpool is the team that I think he should go, or Manchester City. I think he would have done well at Manchester City as well. You know, that turn of pace. Diaby, Abala, yes, Pagan. the man coming on Aston Villa team, and I'm the best player in Aston Villa team. I can flat out say he's the best player in Aston Villa's team. So I can't say anything, but people would say because they made a system around him, put him inside, so that makes it easier for him to shine. So he gets a free roaming role to play. So that's why he looks better than everyone. I think Doku's close controlling dribbling skills. Diaby is a way more versatile player than Doku. That's what I would say. You know, Diaby is a way. I think he's a little bit better than Doku now. I think he's better than Doku by a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Jason, he's better than Doku. Yeah, he's better than Doku as well. Yeah. I have to give him his credit. He's better than him as well. Yeah, so I think he could go at City and he would start over Doku as well. Maybe the only reason why he does not start over Doku because Pep would have gone into inject him in his neck and say, stop running up and down. In Manchester City, we don't run up and down. We deal with ball metric, ball retention. So don't run. You could be fast like playing. Don't run. Run in line with the players them. Don't come out of line. Because that's what Pep wants, you know. That's why he couldn't deal with Leroy Sané. That's why I couldn't deal with Leroy Sané. Because he said he needs people running in line, chucking back in line. So, yes, Villa's best player is Douglas Luiz. No. It's Diaby now, Demo. It's Diaby. You can't bad mind Diaby right there. So, Mo Salah not going anywhere. 150. All right. Yes, JD, he is the best. No, he is the best player, and it's not by a short distance as well. Demo, even the people I'm supporting the club saying he is the best player. Bailey in the same field as Omar Daly and Teddy Johnson? I wouldn't say so. He's playing Omar Daly. All right, you know what? I have to do research on that one, Kevin. I have to do research on that one. So, people, 10 more minutes. Drop on a question. 10 more minutes. Massive respect for all the super chat from the people. All right, we have 160 in the house, but we don't hit 150 likes. Done with you, people. As I said, I am done with you guys. Once I don't hit 150. All right, because one thing you know about me, I'm not going to tell you any lies, you know. All right, when I come here and told you about what I saw, you guys beat me up in the summer bad mind player, you know. All right, so final point. I have one more point on this that I've never covered. All right, so you had Guatemala. Guatemala did face Honduras. So Honduras had a practice match before the Jamaica game. All right. Before the Jamaica game, guys. That's the last one I'm going to finish on. So they did have a practice match before the Honduras game, guys. All right? Before the Jamaica game. You think that will help, that will cause us more problems because we are just coming in and they have already gotten time to get people and look at new faces? Because when I looked at the lineups, you know, they are bringing in people to get more pieces. I don't think this is going to be the full squad. They're going to have more people there to choose from. All right? I do believe so. All right? So what say you? Wait, what did JD say? No, I said sell Salah and just buy Diaby. Yeah? Ball retention is something Emery preaches. I think that is beating Bailey at the moment. Too many giveaway and causing transition problems. Okay, that's coming from Jason Guna. All right. Light said, JD, do you think the coach will put Gray in the number 10 position to keep Bailey, Gray, Greenwood, and Antonio in the team? I think if Casey Palmer keep playing like this in the championship, one of the wingers them have to go and sit down. Because the problem is the coach, you know, this is something that I needed to touch. I need more time, but I don't have enough time. But the coach talked a few times, you know, said that when he talked about the Guatemala game, when we were struggling to keep possession of the ball, and it's because he's using a 4-4-1-1 system. But instead, he wanted Bailey to drop deeper to make up the numbers. But Bailey was stuck in on as a forward as well. You understand me? So a natural cam will know how to play that role a little bit better. Daniel Johnson come on, play better in a different way. I should have known it was madness. Nobody can replace Salah, not even Mbappe. Show a flow, JD. I have no more 30 minutes, Jason. You know I have to pick my kid. I have other things to pick up on the road. And I have a door to finish. I was signing the door, Jason. Man, thick like stone. Yes, I'm working on the door, people, because I don't want to pay nobody to do it, because I want to do it myself. All right? Yes. Yes, so people, 40 more likes on the video, and then later I want to get a next version. All right? In training, we get off. Yes. The best player is the goalkeeper. All right? Yeah, man. JD, Blake Pinnock, Bernard, Latibodier, Bobby Reed, Casey Palmer, Greenwood, Demari Gray, Mikel Antonio. That's a starting 11 in the future. Then we have Jero said, we picked too many forwards in my opinion. Leaving midfield short. Bowser, Burke, and Whisper. No need for pick in the squad. I would agree. In the same squad. I would agree. Yeah. Get off a fan them, love him. Yeah, man, a big baller, man. A big baller, yeah. All right, I just came back from chopping wood from my fireplace for winter. Jason, I know you don't work hard like me. You don't come and tell me about working hard, metric, you know, Jason. All right? Your job is not even like my job, Jason. So you don't work hard like me. You don't work physical like me, big man. So stop and challenge me in the working hard metric, all right? You see that I'm a beast. Even your daughter tell you, Jason, stop follow JD and talk about you go to exercise. You don't, Daddy, I have not seen you exercise, none at all. You're lying. So Jason, just give it up. I work harder and I've been working harder from morning. All right? Yeah, man. I've been people. Him daughter sell him out, you know, because the man want to compete with me and realize I'm a machine. You get me? I want to compete. And him daughter sell him out. Say, Jason, I saw JD every day. He's running up and down. Jason, you only come to the Daddy, you only come to the court once. Jason called and cussing her. Julie, have you weren't even there. He starts to make all sorts of metric. So Jason, you chop wood today. You chop wood. What would they say in Jamaica? Jason said he goes to chop wood. People, why for Jason? Why? Jason, oh, why you going? But I tell you. So people, I'm telling you, man. Jason, every day him compete with me in something. I promise you, when I go to America, maybe half of the time I'm going to be proving him that I'm still in better shape than him. Believe me. And we have to have a camera to do it, you know. We're going to do running, football, basketball, weights lifting, just everything. Aggression, everything. But we have to just do something, a whole heap of thing. So when I leave and come back to Belgium, he just said, all right, you know, JD won. Him win now, final. Let me leave him alone. Him in a better condition than me. And he's going to go back and start exercising. He's going to go back and start exercising. And he's going to want part two. The people will see the truth. All right. He's not giving up. Oh, God. Jason. Yeah, Jude, him daughter sell him out, man. But it was the truth. Jason only got training one time and called me and said, yeah, I start my training, you know. When Jason never started, no training more than went one. Jason, how much time you go back to the training? Be honest, because I'm going to call Julie here. How much time you went back to the training? So people, we have reached the time. I have not hit my 150 likes, so I'm not happy. And we have 150 people here, so I am not happy. So I am not staying one damn more second. And if this video don't reach 200, I am not coming back. All right? Yes, I am not coming back. So if you want to get rid of me, don't like the video. All right? 150, and then we come back. All right? All right, so people, massive respect to all of the personnel them. You know the road might have a little traffic, and my kid, I can't go far late, and then I have to run to the hardware to get some final things to come back and do my job. All right, so you know the house come first. All right, I'm adding value to the house, so it's more money and stuff, you know. Yeah, man. I fell off for a while when I went to Jamaica, but last week I got back at it. So I had like a 3-week stretch. Remember, I am in my hotel, you know. I'm in the hotel, you know. The hotel that Jason Ferran said I never went to, Village Hotel. And I'm downstairs pumping weights. Look at my watch. My watch, see it? 8,000. My hand a little bit dirty because 8,000 odd step. I want to show Jason Ferran, 8,000 odd steps. So look at that, yeah? 8,000 odd step, Jason. 8,300 steps from morning, all right? So, you know, we're working, all right? Yeah, man. Instead of village, idiot. So, people, take care. Patrick Riley, big up yourself, said JD Southgate making a U-turn on Greenwood. What? All right, I'm going to read up on that. All right? Yeah, man. So, be just light. We already crushed almost 10,000 steps by the time I'm done. I'm going to finish on 15,000 steps today. 15,000, 16,000. So I want Jason to come and show me his proof, you know, because he loves to compete, you know. And he's at a walk-in work, you know, so he should be doing more than me. All right? 15,000, Jason, by the end of the day. People, take care. Have a nice day. Smash the like button. Nothing Augusto, JD. Hold on. Look, people, let me take off my watch. Let me take off my damn watch. Because them liar people, you see, man. Look, people, look. Look at my watch. Let me turn on my watch. Because I like to prove, you know, look. Hold on. 8,280 steps so far. And then I'm going to work for 3 more hours. All right? Yes. So I'm brushing 15,000. Yo, you're not going to fight today, no. I'm going to take a picture, send it to Jason. All right? Because I have to prove everything in a battle to win. Even when I show them, let me make sure. All right? Let me make sure. All right? All right, it's unloaded. Oh. All right, let me make sure I turn it here. Liad. 8,000. Wait till it load. All right, let me push it up near close. 8,000. And you see how much calories as well? 8,000 add. And how much calories? Tell me, say a lie, me I tell. All right? So tell me, say a lie, me I tell. Because when you say a lie, me I tell. All right? Me gone 400 step. What? Jason Perrin come out of bed. Chevy, speak of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Jason said, and can't bend like my own. JD, what? People, take care. Have a nice day. I will see you later if I get the likes. Bye-bye. Subscribe, share.